Okay, so here it is. I'm going to talk about Mitchell Trubisky and his free agency interests. According to Jordan Schultz yesterday, Mitch Trubisky is drawing lots of free agent buzz. Several teams, including the Commanders, Steelers, and Saints, are all interested in the former number 2 overall pick. He obviously was on the Bears to begin his season, then was a backup in Buffalo, and he played pretty solid in the chances that he got at Buffalo. And obviously the fan base really did enjoy having him as a backup. And many people believe that he is still a starting caliber quarterback. And I remember Josh Allen actually saying something like, if you put Mitchell Trubisky in the right offensive system, he is going to succeed. And I do believe that's true up to a point. Obviously, I think the Bears are just one of those franchises that, especially with Matt Nagy there and Ryan Pace, I just don't think the management is good. And that was just a terrible franchise, just trending downward. And here he added to his tweet a few things Trubisky has going for him. Many around the league view his 4th season lack of development with the Bears, with Matt Nagy as a problem. Obviously, yes, that was a problem. He's an elite athlete even by NFL quarterback standards. Sitting a year in Buffalo has helped him both on the field and in preparation. This would be pretty interesting for the Commanders because I do feel like he may be a little bit better than Taylor Heinicke, and Heinicke does provide that, like, both that dynamic quarterback aspect, the guy who can kind of run pretty well and make good decisions with the football. Mitchell Trubisky had some very, very good flashes in Chicago, and I do believe that Mitchell Trubisky could play better than Taylor Heinicke, so it could be like a Taylor Heinicke 2.0 and could basically help the Commanders just a bit more than Heinicke could, but I still really like Heinicke. The Steelers is a very, very good one. You do have Dwayne Haskins there, Mason Rudolph, but imagine if you bring in another veteran like Mitchell Trubisky to really compete for that starting position. He could definitely add some more. I don't know. I feel like it'd be weird to see him in a Steelers offense. I don't see the Steelers necessarily going for him, but it's definitely a possibility. I'm not sure how much they would change their offensive play calling because the Steelers have just always been, because they had Big Ben for so long, they've always been a very, very pocket passing system, which may work for Mitch Trubisky, but I'm not sure. And here we go with the Saints. I'm not sure on the Saints either because last year they started 5-0 with Jameis Winston, and he was playing pretty well. But they are going into this year without Sean Payton, so you got to think about that aspect. Sean Payton is one of the sharpest offensive minds in coaching history. So you're not going to have Sean Payton to help develop Jameis Winston, so you may need to bring in a veteran like Mitch Trubisky to compete for a starting job. He could add that dynamic where you can run and you can pass, and just in case Jameis Winston does pull Jameis Winston things where he just starts to decline he could pass for 30 touchdowns, but he also throws for 30 interceptions. You can plug in Mitchell Trubisky instead of a Taysom Hill, who's just not a quarterback in my opinion, but I'd rather play Mitch Trubisky than Taysom Hill at quarterback. That is for sure. But you guys tell me your thoughts on where you think Mitch Trubisky could land. But these are the top 3 teams according to Jordan Schultz.